If you want to see the scariest dark horror stories, you should definitely watch our picks for the best scary horror movies. We hope you will enjoy the following ranking. Please let us know your favorite in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to never miss a good movie again.
Number 10. Sinister. Sinister is a 2012 supernatural horror film, directed and co-written by Scott Derrickson and stars Ethan Hawke, Juliet Rylance, Fred Thompson, and Vincent D'Onofrio. Cleaned-up true crime writer Ellison Oswald finds a case of 8 mysterious and disturbing home movies that plunge his family into danger. The movie suggests the homicide he's looking into is crafted by a serial killer whose work goes back to the 1960s. Having his family dive into the nightmarish experience of supernatural horror, Ellison must do what needs to be done. Number 9. The Ring. Ring is a 1998 Japanese horror film directed by Hideo Nakata and stars Nanako Matsushima, Hiroyuki Sanada, and Rikiya Otaka. If you combine supernatural horror with anxiety about modern technology, then here comes this Asian classic that goes down your spine and never leaves. When a mysterious videotape gets into the wrong hands, people die days after watching it. Now a reporter wants to investigate into the supernatural murders, but what she finds is a secret that is maybe not worth being discovered. Number 8. Hereditary.
Sneer at you? I don't ever sneer at you. Oh, sweetie, you don't have to. You get your point across.
Hereditary is a 2018 supernatural horror film, written and directed by Ari Aster and stars Toni Collette, Alex Wolff, Millie Shapiro, and Gabriel Byrne. When Ellen, the matriarchal head of the Graham family, dies, her daughter's family starts to disentangle mysterious and progressively unnerving, terrifying insights about their lineage. The more they find, the more they end up attempting to beat the evil fate they appear to have acquired. Changing a familial disaster into something unpropitious and profoundly disturbing, Hereditary turns the horror notch all the way up.
Yeah, fine, release me. Just say it. Just fucking say it.
Don't you swear at me, you little shit! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
Number 7. The Conjuring 2.
So what do you think, Bill? We've given you your privacy. Now come on out and talk to us.
The Conjuring 2 is a 2016 supernatural horror film, directed by James Wan and stars Vera Farmiga, Frances O'Connor, Madison Wolfe, and Patrick Wilson. Reprising their jobs, Lorraine and Ed Warren, in one of their most alarming paranormal examinations, travel to North London to help a single parent bringing up 4 kids alone in a house tormented by paranormal spirits. However, there's something more threatening, not only for the inhabitants, but also for the investigators, something that they couldn't even imagine.
Janet, are you feeling all right?
Stop calling me Janet.
Isn't that your name?
Janet's asleep.
Number 6. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Her?
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a 1974 slasher film directed by Tobe Hooper and stars Marilyn Burns, Paul A. Partain, Edwin Neal, and Gunnar Hansen. While following the good old premise of teenagers running into the wrong middle of nowhere and getting slashed one by one, this classic stays fresh through its thoughtful execution and mind behind it. When murderous outcasts begin to slash them with chainsaws, it creates the tension, gore, and thrill to make it a true serial killer classic. Number 5. The Conjuring.
What? What is it?
Well, rancid smells could indicate some type of demonic activity.
The Conjuring is a 2013 supernatural horror film directed by James Wan and stars Vera Farmiga, Patrick Wilson, Ron Livingston, and Lily Taylor. Before the onset of Amityville, there was Harrisville. The Conjuring recounts the real-life story of Ed and Lorraine Warren, widely acclaimed paranormal specialists who were called to help a family threatened by an evil presence in a disconnected farmhouse. Compelled to stand up to an incredible wicked entity, the Warrens wind up trapped in the most stunning instance of their lives.
Well, that's to keep those doors from banging at night. Otherwise, it's like all night long, just like that.
Does he come in threes?
Yeah?
Stops at dawn?
Uh-huh.
Number 4. Halloween.
All right. The boogeyman can only come out on Halloween night, right?
Right.
Well, I'm here tonight. I'm not about to let anything happen to you.
Halloween is a 1978 slasher film directed and scored by John Carpenter and stars Donald Pleasance and Jamie Lee Curtis. Revolutionary in its own right, Halloween may not be the classic horror movie, but it's the one that revolutionized slasher and serial killer movies. It is haunting and claustrophobic. Director John Carpenter creates atmosphere through sheer fear of being watched by someone or something. Presenting the unstoppable human monster, this one is an experience that will stick with you.
I'm gonna take a little walk.
What is it, the boogeyman? I'm scared.
There's nothing to be scared of.
Are you sure? How?
I killed him.
You can't kill the boogeyman.
Number 3. The Shining.
A little slow tonight, isn't it?
The Shining follows the story of Jack Torrance, an ambitious writer who agrees to be a hotel caretaker during winters. Things start to unravel when Jack begins to lose his mind and threatens his wife and their son while possessed by a sinister presence that inhabits the hotel. Stanley Kubrick manages to deliver a majestic horror classic with his chilling screenplay and impeccable direction. Released in 1980, the classic psychological horror stars Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall in lead roles.
Whenever you come in here and interrupt me, you're breaking my concentration. You're distracting me. And it will then take me time to get back to where I was. Understand?
Yeah.
Number 2. Alien.
My God.
Alien is a 1979 science fiction horror film directed by Ridley Scott and stars Tom Skerritt, Sigourney Weaver, and Harry Dean Stanton. While there is not much that hasn't been said about this revolutionary monster movie, it is still remarkable how well it holds up till today. Through exceptional directing work and lots of movie love, director Ridley Scott has created a horror experience that will crawl down your spine and rip it apart from the inside. But in space, no one will hear you scream.
No, no,
Don't touch it! Don't touch it!
Before we unveil movie number 1, here are a few honorable mentions.
Hiya, Georgie. What a nice boat. Do you want it back?
Yes, please.
You look like a nice boy. I bet you have a lot of friends.
We have to find a way out of this chamber and keep pushing forward.
What do you think you're doing? We all trusted you. You told me this was going to be good for Sarah. Have you any idea what she's been through? No, because you couldn't get away fast enough, you selfish cow!
Number 1. The Exorcist.
I'm Damien Karras.
And I'm the devil. Now kindly undo these straps.
If you're the devil, why not make the straps disappear?
The Exorcist is a 1973 supernatural horror film directed by William Friedkin and stars Ellen Burstyn, Max von Sydow, Jason Miller, and Linda Blair. Often called the most disturbing haunted house horror movie, The Exorcist will mess up your mind by offering a brutal honesty to its horror that makes jaws drop. Basically defining the exorcism genre, we witness how a young and sweet girl gets turned into a monster when possessed by something supernatural. And this thing won't leave until it's gotten what it wants.
Make it stop! He's trying to kill me! Mother! Make it...
Keep away! The sow is mine!
Do you agree with our list? Please let us know in the comments. If you want to know more about a particular movie in this list, you can check out our links in the video description. And for more top 10 movie videos, be sure to subscribe to communiTV.